All right. What's up? We're missing.
I wasn't surprised that he was gone.
I was like,
Sorry. I'm here, but
Okay.
I'm not here.
he got kidnapped? His daughter comes in, you talking all that crap about me?
Like all of a sudden you didn't see him just screwed over like, hey, I'm stuck, guys.
I thought the intro was going to be a lot longer, so I'm like, okay, I got like a good 30 seconds. Nope, not at all.
I usually try to go like give it at least like 2 minutes. Let a couple minutes go. Let people come in. I mean, there's times I think we let it run to actually end it, and we're just like, it's like caught like deer in headlights. Like, I didn't expect it to finish. My bad.
We talked about last week, but that's exactly what happened on Monday. It was going, and then all of a sudden I saw that you were going, and I was like, I better say something.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt so bad. That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, I had just hit the intro, like going into the theater thing, and right when I got called upstairs for the baby, I was like, shit. And I think I messaged Brian. I'm like, BRB, and then I took myself down. So when it came up, it was just him.
I was like, and welcome.
It was the worst possible timing. I was like, oh,
shocked the hell. Yeah, I was like, oh.
I completely forgot about that.
So was you by yourself, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there like, all right, I gotta go talk about something. Let's go. Forget it. And I just looked down and I said, I have all my comic books. Works for me. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
go ahead, do the intro, Kramer.
Well, right now we're just kind of hanging out. I'm gonna throw it up on Twitter real quick now that we are live. And then also I'm gonna put our Oscar pick contest up here so people know you can join. But I think Zach, if you haven't done it yet, if you want to jump in and do it. So what we do is the past couple of years we'll have some of the bigger categories of the Oscars. I think right now we have the 13 categories, and you kind of pick who you think is going to win, and then whoever gets the most right kind of wins. If there's a tie, then we just kind of like spin the wheel and stuff like that. But whatever the winner, we'll probably give away a little prize, probably like a gift card or something like that. If we get at least 10 people. Right now there's only 2 people, but usually every time it's always like the like a day or 2 before the Oscars. That's when we get everyone's like, oh, here's my picks. I was like, all right.
That's when everyone cares.
I just go on your Twitter.
Huh?
Put up the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in here. It's a Google form. I know I put it. I think it is on Twitter. I think I might have pinned it. I'm not sure.
Well, once again, so he's leaving dead air. So guess what I get to talk about? Comic books.
But he goes there at least once a week. Not even once a week. You go there like
one of the things I haven't. Yes, this is an old school one that I haven't picked up before. And I saw it. I was like, gotta get it. I don't have this issue. So I counted them yesterday. So I have 89 issues of a Black Panther.
Nice.
Not bad.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I got my Spider-Man versus the Fantastic Four one. And then my Pride and Joy. I got this one the other day. Detective Batman and Batgirl.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And I got some real cool ones over here, the Spider-Man ones, but I don't show those. Those don't see the light of the day. Those stay in the safe.
Nice.
I don't blame you. Spidey must be always protected.
Always, at all times. You never know. Got
Never
shitty
know.
eyes. I got friends. They don't know. Look at Fredo. Look at him, Chewbacca.
So I can tell a story about my brother. He got the first appearance of Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Really?
Wow.
He had to sleep
Nice.
with a girl that he was not attracted to.
Hey,
He didn't understand the value of the comic. She's, oh, you want this? You gotta go downtown. I was like, oh damn.
He's like, do what you gotta do.
Talk about
Congratulations.
sacrifice.
Bravo. Hey, no, bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
taking one for the team for real.
Hey, do what you got.
How much is that comic worth though?
Obviously, a night with her. It's obviously a night with her. That's yeah. Like, no matter what, I'm a winner.
Yeah. Everyone won in that situation, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no shit.
It kind of ties into Triangle of Sadness a little bit, huh?
It does. I was just thinking about that.
That is
Perfect
great.
segue.
Yeah,
Perfect
that is
segue.
great.
Look at that, man.
Oh,
That is
man.
the best. So we'll start off with. I'm not going to keep that in there because that's going to be so much. I'm going to cut that out, man. So if you like, this is going to live on the live, and that's it. It's not going to be. Can you imagine that? It's like,
oh my god!
Come on.
oh.
Oh.
And then you go share it, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
What did he say? Did he really call that?
You get a call tomorrow. I told you not to tell anybody. Told the internet now.
Here's the problem: we get a lot of views sometimes on our live streams. You get another 150 views on this live stream. Tank might be canceled tomorrow, guys.
Not me. I didn't say it.
Hey, you're the fearless leader. It ain't me.
He said, you gotta take the L.
Oh no. Yeah. That's what we're gonna get a call like 10 minutes from now. Zach's gonna like, oh, I gotta take this call.
It's just walk.
You're gonna have the band cancel screen come up.
Which one?
We have it. I don't know where's it at. It's been a
No,
while.
it's gonna be technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Do I not have it anymore?
No, we don't have that anymore. So the only thing we got is this.
Hmm.
You can always use this one too.
Whopper Junior.
Or somebody says something stupid or really sad. Bam, throw that in there.
So you know that Gandalf one? Was it Gandalf the Grey?
Yeah.
So I can imagine, was it your cousin or brother that got offered, like, hey, you want this comic book? You got to go downtown. So I can say, yeah, not a problem.
No, literally, he came back with the comic and everyone was like this.
Yo, did you see the variant Nightwing cover of that?
No. What?
It's Nightwing. He's in the middle, and the Teen Titans around him doing. Oh!
That's awesome. I gotta find that.
And guess what? Brian's not going to be paying attention for the next 5 minutes.
It's funny that you brought that up. I just shared it in the We Are Comics group that
that we are part of. Yeah.
Is it? So it's a newer comic?
Yeah, he just recently the artist recently just shared it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I really like how it looks.
That's all.
Like Cyborg holding Nightwing's logo up like this. It's
I like when they do like stuff like that and do like where they take like real life events and make cool variants, or they do like a mashup of like another comic and stuff like that. Like one of my favorite it's in my my comic box is there's the old school Green Lantern cover where he's like all crazy and got all the rings on and he's got that crazy look. So it was like Looney Tunes like 75th anniversary or whatever it was. They have one with Marvin the Martian like doing that, and he's got all the Green Lantern rings. I was like, I'm buying that.
Yeah, me and Brian were just talking about that the other day.
Yep.
With the Justice League and Looney Tunes crossover, and also the hip hop Marvel ones. I collected like almost all of those. It was so
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I got that one too.
There you go. The Mickey Mouse.
We got that one for free. I got those
for the free.
Yeah, Disney points, man. Disney. But this one, I'm gonna frame it and hang it up in my son's bedroom because he already loves Mickey Mouse. So
nice.
I mean, who doesn't love Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Warner Brothers probably doesn't. I mean,
Pharaoh rose his hand. I do not like Mickey Mouse, man.
Looney Tunes. That's how.
You could like both.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you can like both.
Yeah, it's like you like the Chicago White Sox and the Cubs. It's like in the Yankees and the Mets. You can't.
no, it's not at all.
At all.
That's like saying you like the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago Bears.
They're
Like,
the Bears.
they're very two different. Because like Looney Tunes is way more adult.
Yeah,
Maybe you like at least the good ones were.
Yeah.
Good
I
ones
mean,
were.
think about it. How many times the Coyote should have died. Just come on. Meet me.
Well,
Hmm.
got that share, so it's up on
It's
Twitter.
that Acme company doesn't do it right. Oh,
Does it Acme kind of remind you of like how Amazon, like you order from Acme, it immediately gets there, but it breaks in like in 3 minutes?
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Talk about cancel. That's gonna be me in like 5, 4, 3. Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. That's the one.
Yeah,
There it is.
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I like that.
I'm literally looking at was it next day comics? So I'm gonna order it right now.
Nice. Or Nightwing 104. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Exactly.
Ooh, well, I'm getting some. Was it hot cocoa?
You got a magical hand? Look at you got a magic
Yeah.
hand.
Man, you got magic hands too
Man.
in a Halloween mug.
You can't just be
Yeah,
having
all of them
magic
are
hands.
Halloween. Like, this- like, there's nothing else. We don't get no Christmas mugs. I think we got like everything's Halloween mug.
This is Halloween. This is
we go.
Halloween.
All right, that's a lot of killing time. Let's see. So before we start, man, I need to say thank you if anybody's watching live. You know, besides our friends. We are at 7:30, man. And we are like this. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you, whoever went and checked out this man down here, Zach Attack.
Exactly.
He hit a 400 the other day. You're like at 410 now or something, right?
Yeah, 411. Just
411. Yeah, I was looking at that. And you know,
So-
he now has the new record.
Look at that. There we go.
He has a new record for the 5-hour stream that he did. It was ridiculous.
That was never ending.
It was so funny because I watched. I promise you, for like 2.5 hours, I was straight. I was just watching them, listening. Let's go. I went took a shower, came back, talked to my daughters for a little bit, came back. The man was still on the stream. I was like, what the hell? I have to listen to what the hell is going on. I don't know how is he doing this? I don't know.
Exactly
Bro,
the
I
same.
was just like, I'm so tired. I'm cutting off guys, and they went down to like 4 people. I was like, okay, I can get out of here now. And all of a sudden, it went to 12, and people were like, oh yeah, man, you're distracting me from my COVID. I'm like, God.
I would have came back and said, "Oh yeah, you're right. For your COVID, that's so great. So why don't you watch the rest of this past episode?" So
As a distraction.
exactly.
Yeah, I think I said it because I did the same thing. I went, put the baby down, or I gave him a bath, put him down to sleep. Come back, I'm like, oh, I'll just pick up the stream where I left off. And it still said live. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, you're still live. So I'm like, oh man. I was like, that was crazy. But that was awesome, man. I think you got a decent amount of subscribers just from that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. That was amazing.
That was awesome.
It was so awesome. I was like, I can't believe he's doing this. This is amazing. Like my
Man,
mind
I
was
couldn't believe I
blown.
was doing it. I couldn't believe I was doing it. When I got to like 3 hours, I was like, damn, I've been on here for a long time. Every time I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. And then somebody would come like, hey, what's your favorite zombie movie? I'm like, God damn it.
I felt like they were trolling you because like they know how much you love zombie movies. So as soon as you got ready to get off, that's what they always will bring up.
Yep. What's your
Wow.
favorite movie memorabilia? What do you think about at night when you sleep? I'm like, God, what the?
What do you think? What?
I'm trying to go to sleep.
Thinking about your mama, man. That's when I go to sleep.
Like,
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Oh, man. But yeah,
No, just take your camera and point it to the bed. Like, just lay down. Go to sleep while they keep asking you questions.
That's funny. So you pulled the like Jerry Lewis telethon kind of thing. 5
Dude,
hours?
that's exactly how it was. That's great.
It wasn't 5 hours. He's exactly.
It was,
was
like-
long,
like,
though.
it was
It was
almost
was
that
just like
long.
3 hours
Almost
and
4.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
It was long.
It was forever. I couldn't believe it.
Wow, 20 more minutes. It could have been 4 hours. You
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking
You
about
quit
it, but
it.
I was like, I also have to wake up in 5 hours, so I'm gonna.
That's the other thing. He gets up early for work. So that's what I was like.
Yeah.
How is he doing this?
Yeah. There's only one other. That one was pretty long. I think we've gone. I don't know if we've gone that far, but we've gone like over 3 hours.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's
we've
one-
done 3.5. But Darius takes the cake.
Darius. That it was insane. He went almost 8 hours. He went
8 hours?
almost eight
By himself?
hours.
Yes.
And not what ended by himself, but sometimes he has a few people, like some of his friends, hanging out with him, and they're all talking. And then you see them slowly, like I gotta go, and then another one goes, and then that camera turns off, And and then it was just like, he's really into the recast T'Challa thing, so he was talking a lot about that. But then he started talking about like all this, like Star Wars, and he's a big Star Wars guy. So
He's a big, he's like, it's like, can you imagine like putting me and taking one body? That's Darius.
Wow. I can't imagine how that baby will look.
But-
Maybe
Yeah.
like all the
Big boy. Big boy.
big hairy
He-
boy.
yeah, he's
I'm
super
like
entertaining.
hairless. I'm like hairless.
He'd be like an Ewok walking around.
Yeah, Ewok. So go check him out. He's pretty fun, man. He talks with a lot of passion. And I think that's why his community, like he has a really strong community. Even with going for as long as you did and constantly getting people in there, that's like a really good sign of like a good community.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his channel name?
Planet Fanatics.
Planet Fanatics, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's cool.
I mean, I can't match none of you guys on that. However, one day in World of Warcraft, when I started playing it, I was on that thing for 18 hours straight. 18 hours.
Great.
And, well, no, not straight. I mean, I had to stop to take a piss or eat a sandwich or something. And then I hop back on.
That means you're not really dedicated to your craft. You're really dedicated. You get a bottle.
That's crazy.
You get a bottle.
Yeah. Even Mondo.
You're not
18
dedicated
hours.
enough.
Not dedicated. No, I filled up all my Mountain Dew bottles, so I needed to go to washroom. So
Here you go.
I believe
Fredo.
you.
There you go.
There you go. That's it.
Ricky numbers. Yeah, get those numbers up. Love that movie.
I thought you were gonna play it. I thought you were gonna play it. I was only waiting for you to play it, and then I was gonna
I
go.
played it 3 times, but there you go. There's Armando. Yeah. You're crazy, bro.
Me, bro.
yeah, that's when I first started. That's
He's the reason why we got into Warcraft and played 72 hours straight.
Oh my god! Yes.
You guys are nuts.
That's crazy.
A whole. We all worked together, right? So me, Fredo, and Armando, and then we got home from work, played Warcraft. The sun came up, and we're like, maybe we should take a break. I think we got off for like an hour, came back on all day Saturday. The sun came up again, and we're like, shit, maybe we should take a break. I think we took like another half an hour, 30-minute break or something like that. And then the sun went down, and we're like, hey, we got to be at work tomorrow. So we're like,
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
I think we all
Yeah.
leveled up like what,
Oh,
30 levels, 40 levels, or something.
Look.
You should have maxed out. Shit.
Dude,
we were close.
yeah, we took a break in Bocce. Yeah, I think we did. Because me and Armando, like, we're pretty close. I think we're like, went got some pizza, came back, and
Started again.
That was horrible.
Yeah. As soon as we logged off, we're like, we were
What do
still
I do
feeding it. It's in our blood. It's like, hey, you guys want to log on? Yeah. But damn.
that's terrible. First of all, but you know what? I got one. I have one thing to kind of fight with. That will be in college. I played a game of Risk for 4 straight days.
Damn.
I didn't expect that.
4 straight days.
What?
I played
Really?
a board game Risk for 4 straight days, and we were playing. I left it, and we'll go to class, and we came back, and we played it some more. Like it was awful. I'm a super nerd, guys. I'm super nerd
With Risk.
Yeah, the
That
board
is pretty
Risk.
funny.
with a
That's
board
crazy.
game. Yes.
That's
The
funny.
most I had is
Oh.
I played.
I
Rampage
forgot
for, like,
about
2
that.
hours.
Which
2
one?
hours. I mean, for 2 days. That's about it.
No.
There was one we did a Monopoly game that was never ending. We got to a point where everyone owned so much that once around the board, like the same money just passed around everyone's hand. We're like, okay, we're like, this is it. Like,
What are we
we're
doing?
passing around the same $1,000. like, so. But yeah, so Erica said that I also let you guys misspell the guild name.
He did.
So
I forgot about that shit.
One thing, I suck at pronouncing things and I suck
Yes,
at
you
spelling
do.
things, which
Yes,
they
you
kind of
do.
go in one together. Like I said, that's why I like the medical field. Everything's abbreviated and no one can pronounce some of those words. So
It's
You
so
already got
funny.
the handwriting down, Pat.
You ever
Exactly.
watch it like try to and pronounce someone else's name on football? Like it's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't say Mike Gesicki for like 3 years.
okay, all seriousness, like the first couple times, like I kept messing it up. After that, I was just fucking with Martin because Martin got so mad sometimes. Like he would get so irrationally
red.
angry.
He gets
And
red.
It's so funny. So real quick, so with this, the guild that me, Armando, and Fredo made was supposed to be Bloodthirsty. So my dumb ass don't know how to spell. I put the I in the wrong place, so it became Bloodthirsty. So,
Yeah.
and we're like, fuck it. We just left it. We left it, and we just like, well, we're bloodthirsty now. So
Yeah, we're bloodthirsty. Now we have to
no thirsty.
We
So
have
you
to put
bloodthirsty.
Risky is wild.
bloodthirsty. Yeah,
Wow.
we had to put
Yeah.
100
When they were playing
gold, and that was so
Yeah, I
hard
remember
to
that
come by.
Seinfeld one. Yeah, that's Seinfeld. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Ukraine is
Yeah.
So you had to get Australia, you get Russia. Those are the ones when you could jump over, boy. Yeah,
I never-
super nerd.
I never. All right. So before we're gonna get into it in a second. One thing now that we know more people and we got a community with other creators. I want to so bad get a Dungeons and Dragons.
I knew you were gonna say
thing
that.
going.
I was gonna say we should do Dungeons and Dragons, guys.
I want to get a Dungeons and Dragons thing going online. There's like, especially because of COVID, the people made these apps where like you have like a digital board and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can customize it. So I was like, man, I would really like that. I think that would be like pretty fun. Like get a bunch of people, like together and do like a camp, maybe not all the time. Just do one campaign, see how it does. Maybe do another campaign,
We're
later
like
on.
once a quarter, like once every 3 months, we do a giant Dungeons and Dragons between all the friends of the show.
Yeah.
Giant game.
Yeah, just like a one night thing. A
That
one
would be pretty cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
few hours. So I've been wanting to do that for a while. I'm like, shit. Now we know people. I was like,
You know,
just
nerdy people that would
multi-stream.
do it.
Exactly. We
Yeah,
know that.
yep.
Let's nerds from all across the country come connect together. Our
Yeah.
powers combined, we become one super nerd.
It'll be better than the movie because that looks like it sucks.
That's so funny.
Oh man, you know what? I just realized just because I'm on here, all of a sudden we just got off topic. It's just I just have this aura around me about not talking about things that we're supposed to be talking about. Oscar movies. As soon as I come on, we talk about crap that doesn't matter.
Yeah, Zach in his little corner of his room, like, come on, man. Come on. I'm here for movies. What the hell we're talking about? Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I'm used to this.
Yeah, he's
I watch
used to
the
it.
streams and I'm like, they ain't talking about nothing in the title.
So I wind up editing your guys'
I'm waiting for Mayweather Witches. What the hell is this?
That's funny.
we talk about like some random shit.
Oh,
But I
man.
edit the video with you guys in the Black Excellence video, and you start off strong. You start off right into the first movie, and then, and then it's like an hour of in between where you just like, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can use some of this. It's so just all over the
All
place.
over the place?
I was
No,
like,
I'm okay.
I can't. Yeah, yeah. I was like, man, and I'm like, and I had to sit there and listen to the whole thing. So I'm sitting there listening, and then at one point I forgot because when you got into the next movie, I forgot I'm sitting there to edit. So I thought I was just listening to you guys like talk. So shit, I got to go back in.
It's so funny because it wasn't a live broadcast. We were just talking amongst us.
Yeah, it wasn't even
That's
live.
what I do. I don't even think about being on stream or anything. I just talking with my friends. I'm commenting about things that I think are cool. So that's how the stream kind of runs, and I forget that we're here to do something. So I'm
It's funny
sorry.
you said in the thing. He said Tank is gonna kill us. I was like, he definitely is.
After a while, like at first I was like, because I would like skip like 5 seconds at a time, and then it became a minute at a time, and then it was like 5 minutes. I was like, all right, and then I just let it go, and you guys kept talking about like a lot of MCU and this and that.
I was waiting for the text message like, "What the hell, Brian? What the hell?"
Oh man.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was good because once we got into the Beale Street, it was good. That was really
That
good.
was good.
We did that, right? And then we stopped it and we talked for like another 45 minutes. We just
I figured you guys did.
We definitely did.
Oh man, that's fun. But I'm sorry, guys. I took us on this detour. Let's talk about Oscar movies. We said that like 20 minutes ago. All right, we'll just start off with this. Then
All
Brian,
right, so but then
Should we do the re-intro? I mean,
oh wait, no, I'll re-intro it. Yeah, but Brandon did ask what are the best picture nominations. So you don't have it. I'll link it right now. This is our contest that we're doing, so you can go on to Google Doc. I'll put the link in there. And it has all of the best pictures right here. So All Quiet on Western Front, Avatar, Banshees and Sharon, Elvis, Everything Everywhere, which is what we're doing tonight. Fableman's Tar, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, we're also doing tonight, and Women Talking. So those are the 10 best pictures.
there's 3 of those on there that I would not be surprised if any of those 3 win.
Which 3?
All Quiet
sure?
on the Western Front, Everything Everywhere, All at Once, and Avatar, honestly. Just because how much James Cameron, how much pub he's got, and his mate is going to break $2.4 billion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of
are
those.
Everything Everywhere, Banshees, and the Fablemans.
The Fablemans.
So, I didn't like the Fablemans.
It does,
A lot of people don't, but
No.
it's best picture now.
But look who it is. Everyone loves, not everyone, everyone in the Academy loves Spielberg. Everyone in the Academy hates James Cameron.
That's
You
true.
know, so
That's true.
that's-
That's
because even last time when
And they also love movies about Hollywood, and that's basically
yeah.
like what Fablemans is about, like celebrating cinema.
But even the last Avatar was up against his ex-wife, The Hurt Locker.
And lost.
Avatar was easily the better movie, but The Hurt Locker took it, and I was like, "Damn!" They're just like, "We're gonna kick you and
F you, F
Uh-huh.
you." They're going down.
big time."
It's whatever.
Is it? I knew everything. I knew everything would be best pick. Yeah, for sure. That's so good.
He said, "My girl
Then,
hated it." Really?
I can. You know what? I can see why some people don't like it because it is really out there. It is really trippy. We'll get into that in a little bit. That's gonna be the second. We're gonna do Triangle of Sadness first, and then Everything Everywhere
we're going
second.
to talk about Everything Everywhere tomorrow, a good 20 hours of fucking a BS.
Yeah. So let me.
That's all right. You'll be asleep.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
asleep. I'm like halfway there.
Me and Brian gonna be
I was
here
like-
for another 2 hours talking about
Exactly.
MCU again. I just dropped my Ant-Man. Let me not promote that. Sorry. Let's just get into the.
Oh, go ahead, man.
No, I definitely want you to promote it because I love the fact that you did. I love the thing that you did. You did it about 65 minutes ago. You dropped it.
Yeah,
what it should have been. I
not
thought that was
spoiler
pretty
review.
good. Yeah, I liked it.
So if you want to join us on Monday, if you want to, because we're also gonna have, I believe I'm gonna try to get the Coat Lords. I talked to him today, and then Monday's all gonna be just Ant-Man anyway. Whenever a big one
Check.
drops, so there you go. So and that's gonna be the only topic. We gotta figure out when to do Last of Us.
Oh man, I don't know. Because if Last of Us is as good as this, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to.
we'll
I'll be
figure it
like
Yeah,
I
we'll
feel
figure
like
it
it's
out.
gonna be a chill episode after that crazy last one.
saying,
Well.
4-hour episode, guys. I can feel it coming. 4
Yeah.
hours.
Who's Tom? I love Tom.
Tom
Cruise?
Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Top Gun Maverick. But it was a basic. It was a basic story. It made a lot of money because it looked great. But it's best picture? I don't think so.
it was a great film. I think it deserves Best Picture.
Really?
You don't have to have a complicated story to be a great film.
I agree.
Well, you know what? If Tar's up there, Maverick could be up there.
Yeah.
Tar ain't complicated. It's just pretentious as hell.
And not good. It's not
Mhm.
Somebody messaged me on one of my movie groups. You don't understand cinema if you don't like Tar. I'm like, okay.
You
Wow.
like stuff like that, man.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, okay. That was my response.
Yeah. I think what was it was Licorice Pizza.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember? So we watched last year. This is our first year actually bringing other people in to doing the Oscar stuff. Last year we did Licorice. Was it last year? I think we did Licorice Pizza.
It was last year, yeah.
And some guy in the comments was like, "You guys don't know what you're talking about. That was a great movie." Because we're like, it's a movie about nothing. It's kind of like, like it doesn't have any kind of like real like beginning or end. It's just like a random story. It reminded me of very much like Seinfeld.
It's a 70s, 80s white teens life.
Yeah.
That's,
I think that's
one of them was
how we
not a
started it.
teenager.
The other one was 25.
Yeah, but I was like, I think what was it me and Fredo that I'm like, yeah, it's white kids doing white kid shit in the 70s.
I was so disappointed in that movie because it was talked up so much. And I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. And then I watched it. I was like, this is what?
Like, what the fuck? Like the only part, the best part of that movie is him and telling the kid Barbara Streisand. Yeah,
okay.
He's like Barbara Streisand. No, Barbara Streisand. That was the only part that was good. Everything else was so bad. But yeah, he was getting on like, he goes, oh, blah blah blah, this and that. You don't know what you're talking about, blah. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, I got to put on my big boy, hat, like I know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, all right, this is what I think, but I'm like, I need to sound fucking Roger Ebert type of shit, I'm like. It was, and then I think I still remember. I'm like, it was a bunch of random moments that felt very disjointed, and like that's exactly what the movie was. And then somebody else was like, "Oh my god, that's exactly what the movie was." I was like, "Yeah," it was like, "Yeah," because that's what it was. It was just like, then this happened.
It
Then this
bad.
happened.
It just wasn't great.
I think it's if culturally you didn't understand it. You didn't understand what was going on, and it didn't like hit you because it's something you experienced. Then it was not a good movie for you. But if it hit you right in that wheelhouse, and that's the one that hits you because you dealt with this stuff. That's how you grew up. Then you think it's a great movie, but not all movies are for you. And sometimes you have to explain that and understand that. So when you're watching these movies, especially these Oscar movies, not all movies are for you.
Right.
But it can still be good in its own right.
And I love that though. Like, not every movie has to be for everyone. Like, then everything will just be a blockbuster.
Right.
Yeah, or like super artsy fartsy.
Right, like Roma.
Yeah. Got to be in between.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you just gotta have fun, man. You just gotta have fun. Like, Top Gun was fun. That was just so much fun. Like, I didn't cry. I didn't was stuck in emotions or didn't make me think too hard. It was just like, here's some planes doing some cool shit. I'm like, in.
Some family drama.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
exactly.
Let me ask you guys a question. Did anyone see White Noise with Don Cheadle and Hubert? No. What do you think?
I watched the first 20 minutes and turned that shit off.
There you go. I heard a lot of bad things.
Yeah,
that's with Kylo Ren, right? What's his name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah.
He's a great actor. He's great in it.
I love Adam Driver, but
that story
could not watch this movie. I was like, all right.
And I love Don Cheadle.
I've been a Don Cheadle fan for a long time, but yeah.
I can't wait for him to get his own MCU movie.
Mm-hmm. Were you gonna say something, Fredo?
No, I heard about White Noise. The far as I've got to it, it was like it's on Netflix, and that's it. It's on Netflix. It's something with the train exploding in Ohio or something.
No, that's real life.
Nothing exploded.
That's Channel 7 News.
No, I understand that, but apparently there's a train in the movie White Noise that explodes in Ohio. So I'm like,
it was supposed to be about like existential dread, and as you're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw what they were trying to go for, but it was just too. The people talked weird. Like I don't know.
Oh, Brandon, you're saying a lot. Worse than Velma. I mean, it's hot garbage. That's hot, steaming garbage.
I said it yesterday, man. Why do you hate yourself, man? You keep doing this to yourself. Stop watching bad stuff, man. Stop watching bad stuff. I'm like, if I don't do it, who's gonna do it?
Gotta let people know. Don't watch this shit.
All right.
And for the third time, let's get back to this.
Yeah, all right.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault.
What are we gonna do first? Which one do we say?
Triangle
Triangle
sadness first. All right. Sorry. What?
That's so
You got
good,
distracted.
man.
All right,
It's
let's
so
do it.
funny.
All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. Me, Tank Kramer. We got Taco Chewbacca down there, also known as Alfredo. And we bring in Brian in this week, and of course, we're bringing our unofficial member of the Spoiler Kings, Mr. Zach Attacks Reviews.
You said Mrs.?
Mr. Did I say Mrs.? No, I didn't.
It sounded like you said
I hope
Mrs.
not.
I hope not. Mr. Zach Attacks.
I have to come to Chicago. What do you say?
I know. Hey,
Knock on the door, 6 in the morning.
It's too
Knock on the
cold.
cabin.
Edit that out. But people don't know where to find you by now. Anybody watching that's new, let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, so Zach Attacks Reviews, my YouTube channel, do movie reviews, ranking lists, Throwback Thursday reviews of movies I've never seen before, and all that stuff. I review Ant-Man, I review like the smallest indie movie you never heard of, and I just give my opinion in short form and long form. So check me out.
Yeah, cool. So I'll put the link in the description so you can go check him out, give him that subscribe. Yeah. Wait, you gonna go right now, Fredo? That's
Yeah,
what I
I'm
missed.
just gonna get some to snack on because you guys took way too long in the beginning. So now I'm hungry. So thank you
All right.
guys. Let me get some to snack. I'll be back.
All right. I'll
Look at
cut this out. I know. It's that kid. It's that kid when you're like, all right, everyone got to use the washroom. Yeah, we're good. 5 minutes in, I gotta pee. So obviously, I'm gonna cut this out.
I was like, did this just happen? No, it did not happen. Oh my god.
When he said
man.
BRB, I was like, oh, hope he's okay. He's like, I'm hungry. Tank, how you
That's what
doing?
gotta get. I am tired of shit, man.
I think all
I'm
three of us tired. When you guys are talking, I'll sit here like, I'm interested, but I have no energy.
Yeah.
My Ant-Man review was 35 minutes, and
I
had
wouldn't
to cut it
do.
down to
Wow.
23. I talked a lot. I had a lot to say about that movie.
Yeah.
Usually, I try to keep my reviews to like 9 to 12. I couldn't. It was just too much.
What time are we going to get Tank in the morning?
Oh, my light!
Early so we can get
Thank
there.
God! I'll be back.
Oh man, bring him down. Okay, one leaves and one comes back.
Where does that go?
So we never can have two things that match. He say if you're going to get something to eat, he's going to get something to eat. You get blankets and food and all stuff during the stream. He said he's going to do the same thing. How about that?
It'd be like at the drive-in.
Exactly.
My light went out on me.
Oh, man.
Oh, is that what happened?
Shit.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
went out. I saw it. I was like, oh,
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
fully charge it.
but yeah, we're going tomorrow at 11. The show starts at 11, but I need everyone there like 10:30, 10:45 the latest because we all got to walk in together. Because this one is a fancier AMC. The last one was the last one was like literally an 18-year-old girl. She's like, I'm like, oh, we're here for the private thing. She's like, okay. And I'm like, I have my ticket, and she's like, yeah, it's right there. I'm like, you need to count the people? She goes, no. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. I was like, and that was the best.
It'll be
She
fine.
just did not give a shit. She goes, it is too early in the morning. Walk your ass over there and sit down.
That's my movie theater, so I got you. We good. We good.
Yeah, the AMC.
They
But,
see me,
but
they
we
see me
are-
way too often.
Nice. We are going with the Cold Lords, which is pretty awesome. And then before we get back into it, they did say if we want to do a show with them in the restaurant across the street, So he's like, maybe we can get like our family something to eat, and then we go in the corner and record something real quick.
I think we should.
So
Do a quick,
But-
at least
but-
at least out of theater kind of reaction thing. real
out of
quick.
theater, he's like, you go across the street, they have good food, and they always do their out of theater stuff over there. And then it's got to be quick because one of them has to go like to work, so it's not going to be a long thing anyway. So that'll work out.
Oh, cool.
I work by the
really?
one Navy Pier. That one's the best one. You always get a lot of the premieres. The one that one. Actually, how Navy Pier set up there.
IMAX. That's
IMAX.
awesome.
Nice. Yeah, forget Navy Pier. The IMAX one.
Hey, that's what we do next time. We're gonna get the Navy Pier, and we can do a whole. Everyone come on in. Let's go a good theater for real. That'd be awesome. Be able to do
Yeah.
that.
All right, so let's.
Depending on how my restaurants go, maybe that's for 1,000. We'll do something really, really awesome.
Rent out a restaurant, rent out a Culver's.
But let's go, guys.
That'd be cool. Yeah. All right. Let's try this again. Well, we already did the intro. We're just gonna cut right into it now. All right. So this week we got 2 more movies. Our first one of the night, we're gonna talk about Triangle of Sadness.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson is on the poster, but I mean, he's in the movie technically.
He's
but
there, but did you?
He's
Does
a
it
big part
matter?
of the movie, but
Is he?
Yeah.
Does it matter? Because it's like really, he's not. Is he really there?
yeah,
Like it's almost like asking if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it. Did it make a sound? That's kind of what Zach asking.
yeah. I mean, I guess it was the best part of the movie for me, at least. It was him, but
No.
yeah, he was in it for like.
That was
10
not the
minutes.
best part of the movie. There were
Oh,
two best
it-
parts that I enjoyed in that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
I can tell you right now, or I can wait till time.
Well, let's do a quick
Synopsis.
breakdown of the movie synopsis. You got one up, Brian?
Yeah, I got one real quick.
Go for it.
Carl and Yaya, a couple of young influencers, are invited to a luxury cruise ship along a group of out-of-touch wealthy people. The situation takes an unexpected turn when a brutal storm hits the ship. That's the
Yeah.
synopsis. That's pretty much what
Yeah.
happens.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's the surface level. This crazy story.
yeah. So we'll get into some of our good, some of our likes, some of our dislikes, and then we'll ask the question at the end: does this movie deserve to be on the Best Picture category for the Academy Awards? So Zach, we'll start with you. Give us a few things that you liked about it.
I like the weird structure of the film.
Mhm.
It was like a 3-act structure, like a play. We got the beginning with
Yeah.
the relationship and the modeling, and then we transition to those characters going on to the boat, and then we start getting the central characters and the weird stuff that happens there, and then the island. And the way how all of it connects and has the same themes throughout was really cool. I like that it was really funny to me. Throughout, it was just some weird ass comedy going on.
I'm so
throughout
glad I'm not
movie.
the only one that was laughing my ass off.
It's a dark
was
comedy.
so
It's like
awkward.
the Menu.
It's like the menu. Exactly. That's good.
Yeah, it's just a foreign version of it. I like the performances. Rest in peace, one of the influence girls. She actually passed away
Really?
right before the movie came out, and she was in Black Lightning, so that's where I remember her from.
Yep.
So yeah, to her, and I also think Woody Harrelson was great in it in the small amount of time that he had, and they were right to use him to promote this movie.
Mhm.
He's the only one I know. And I want to shout out
Exactly.
Ali De Leon because she should have got a Best Supporting Actress for this film.
I think what
That's my
happens is
general thoughts.
most people didn't know who she was or who anyone else was in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just Woody.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, no one else. So, no one else was really big. He was kind of big in the trailer. I know we watched the trailer and we were just like, what is this? And, he's in it. So I'm like, it's going to be at least somewhat kind of good, hopefully. But yeah. Fredo, what about, so should we skip you for night now?
No, why?
Oh, I know you were eating.
No, I'm
I li-
fine.
Okay. What
Okay.
you like about it?
The old lady blowing up, one, and the old lady sliding everywhere environment in the.
Yeah, the vomit. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
laughing my ass off. There was
Yeah.
a lot of parts where I'm like, one event led to another. Then it got to me, and I was even telling Jess, I'm like, did he get seasick or food sick, food poisoning? Because all of a sudden everybody started puking, everyone. And then I started thinking, I'm like, well, one person gets sick, and then the stench of smell, someone like, oh man, it got to them, and then it just like a chain reaction. So I kind of look at it that way also.
Can you imagine all that throw up smell all at once? Just one person throwing up is disgusting, but like 7 people doing it,
I'm like, man, if I don't move, man, I'm gonna throw up too, man.
Can you imagine you puking and sliding all over your own puke and shit on the ground,
and other people's puke?
No,
you're the chicken, the Russian lady in the
toilet bowl.
Oh yeah, oh man,
you just sliding everywhere.
Yeah. I'm like, at that point, go in the tub. I think me and Erica were like, just go in the tub and just like what? Like, yeah, at least you're in one spot and now we have to bang your head on it.
But it wouldn't be as funny then, Kramer.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Other than that, it was really. It wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't like nerve-wracking or nothing like that. It was like you're waiting for something to happen, and when it happens, it wasn't a letdown, but yeah, it wasn't like, oh shit, okay, you just keep going. You know, life happens, shit happens. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind watching it again. It's a little bit too long, just a tad, but
yeah, it was kind of long.
I think they could have easily cut out a couple scenes from the vomiting or a couple scenes from they were talking the selfishness with the dates in the very beginning. There were little parts and bits they could have easily left out to bring it out to 2 hours. Overall, I kind of liked it.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Brian?
What I like really? I mean, I do like black humor. Not black humor, but black humor. I do like how they kind of were just pointing out like social inequities. Like, you know, it was like pretty obvious. Anytime you're gonna deal with someone who's rich and you're not in the same social group as other people, that those things are gonna come up. So I liked that they were willing to go there and and show what people think about certain things. You know, when you're amongst people that are like you, I guess is the best way to explain it. I also love the fact that they all had to deal with this shit. They had to deal with all the stuff that you reap what you sow. So I thought that was really cool to see that. But it was way too long for me. I thought this could have been done in an hour 45 minutes easy.
Yeah.
So going off of it, I like the 3-act thing because kind of like how Zach said, where like it's set up and then it had the big part and then the ending, but I feel like the middle part was like the best part just because it was funny. They talked a lot about different things that you really don't see people talking about on the movie. You know what I mean? You probably go on Twitch or some YouTube podcasts and shit and they're talking about all this different kind of like government theories and all that crazy stuff. So I enjoyed that, and it was also just like all the rich people talking about it. It was so interesting, and then all the shots were great. But that beginning part, I get why it was there because it set up the central theme of money and like that traditional gender thing of like, oh, the guy needs to pay, but she makes more money and this and that, and it was kind of like some old school with the new school kind of stuff, clashing, but it set up the thing of money. It just took way too long. And the ending, I don't want to get into the ending yet, but that third act, that third part was way too long, I thought. But
exactly
way too long. I think they could have got where they needed to go like in like 10 minutes.
Dude, I thought it ended twice. I honestly thought it ended twice. I was like, oh, it's over. It's not over.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But
this
man,
was my out of the 80
so
movies I saw in 2022, this was my number 24.
Wow.
I thought it was a great film. I didn't have any narrative problems with it. I think the only thing I would have cut was the model scene.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That felt really out of place.
It felt like it was out of place. I get it. I get what they were trying to do. But and model agency came out and said that's exactly what they actually do to us. But that could have just been like a separate movie. I don't think it really added that much to the overall narrative, but I think that the relationship part, I really like that aspect of that in that conversation, and it really led to like the different conversations they had throughout the film. My favorite part was the island part because I love that it showed when money doesn't mean anything when it's about survival.
Yep.
And Paradigm, whoever has the most skills is the one that's going to be the leader. And the person that was, what I think the movie did brilliantly is that they had all these workers in the background not talking, they weren't characters, and then one of them becomes the central character leader, and I think that's amazing because that's kind of how people who are maids and stuff like are treated. They're background characters in these rich people's lives, and then when you take the money away, they're the ones that can take care of the world. So, and Dolly alone, that switch from like I'm a Spanish woman to I'm the boss now, give me your dick. I was just like, whoa, that was amazing.
Yeah,
and I love the ambiguous ending to it. I love. I know we're not going to go into ending, but I love the ambiguous.
Well, we can.
Yeah, I just didn't like the part of showing him running. I didn't understand like what was the point of that. Just leave it at did she kill her or not? Like that. Yeah. I think that would have been perfect, and cut it there. I think probably the director indulged a little bit in certain parts. I can say that.
Okay.
But I thought it was great overall. Like I didn't really. I don't regret watching it at all, and I'm gonna get the Steelbook because I'm excited to watch it again.
So the ending I had a question about the ending as well. One, did she kill her or not? Two, the guy running, why is he running? Is he running because he wants to catch up to find out, hey, let's work this out, with his girlfriend? Is he running because she did kill her, went back to the camp and say, hey, she slipped and fell, busted her shit, now she's dead? Or is he running because, hey, there's an elevator, we're on a island where there's rich people here, we're saved, So it was because he was running like a bat out of hell without giving any care in the world, because any of those
what was happening to him, right?
Right, the branches and everything. He was like Jerome Bettis going through a D line. You know what I'm saying? He getting smacked in the face, everything. Nothing was stopping him. So he had purpose.
Yeah.
So what happened before then? I don't know. With its huge question marks. What was the purpose of him running and getting smacked in the face and getting beat up by nature? I have no idea, no clue.
I might be wrong, but I thought it was fear I saw in his eyes. That's what I thought.
That's what I got too. Like I felt like he was running because he was going to try to stop her killing her. But again, you don't know what happens and stuff like that. Yeah, man. The ending for me was probably the weakest because it just was so. It felt very different from the rest of the movie. Because the rest of the movie had like all these like weird vibes and this and that, and then it got very, very, very serious in a very like quick, time. Like the last was like 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes maybe, where it was like, oh, this has got really, really serious, and then it just felt so different from all the other 2.5 hours, So that was my only thing. I was like, and I don't mind those kind of endings where like, did they do it? Did they not do it? That really open for interpretation kind of stuff. I think that's like a good way to end it, but not with this one. I feel like it needed the ending needed to be the cherry on top of the madness kind of stuff. Like,
I think the ending was supposed to be like, would you do it?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's what it is. It's just like, would you take the job and go back to normal life, or would you kill her so you could stay on this island and be the king?
Yeah, but then at the day, I was like, you're gonna stay at the island.
I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah, I mean, but you're only staying at the island for it's gonna end eventually, and it'll end a lot sooner than your life in the real world.
Yeah, right. I mean, because the Jamaican guy accidentally found that lady in the boat. He was just passing by, like selling hats and Rolexes and all this shit, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute! Oh, hey, here's a customer, whatever." So if she was accidentally found by him, I'm sure
They would've been
everyone
found
else.
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Now I think that she did not want to go back to being a toilet manager. I think that was her title. What they were naming her.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed the power that she had, and hell, I mean, would I have killed her? No, I wouldn't. We're saved, you know. That's just me. You know, I'm not a toilet manager, becoming a captain, as she put it. Because remember that guy's like, hey, I'm rich, I have money, whatever. So you know, people could have easily hooked her up because it wasn't for her, I would have been dead. You cooked you caught my food, you cooked my food, and you gave me food. So because of you, I'm still alive now. So in
Yeah.
return, here's X amount of money. Here is a 6-figure job. Here's something. You know, I'm sure because it was an island full of rich people and could have she could have easily got like almost anything from anyone at that point.
I mean, but also you're putting a lot of faith in a group of people,
Rich people.
that she knows how they are. You're saying like,
Right.
oh yeah, he should have gave her money, but he's not. He should make sure she has a good life for taking care of her, but he's not. He's like, oh, cool, thanks for leaving me alive, and kick to the curb. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that's not how the real world works.
Well, I
Because you know,
understand that. And
you know,
People sign
but
contracts, and
that's
they
the
say,
issue.
nope.
Yeah, but that's the issue with her. Like, you know, like I could live in this world and make these people be my like servants, and I'm king. You know, because
no, I strongly believe she knew they were on an island with because there was a point where she Yaya, I think her name was Yo-Yo, whatever. She wanted to take a walk. Where are you going? On the other side of the mountain, on the other side of the island, I want to search. Okay, I'm going with you. Immediately. So it tells me she knew they're on an island. She knew she was going to find out eventually because when they're walking, I think her name is Abigail, the captain. She was in the lead. She was leading her. Hey, I'm glad we're doing this, whatever. Until she reached a certain point where she pulled over a bush or branch, let her pass. Now she's behind her. Now she has an eye on her. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of believe that she knew, Abigail knew they're on a fancy remote island. And
Sandals Beach.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I kind of basically knew she knew. Yeah.
Yep.
I think she knew.
Super resourceful.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that, but that makes sense why she's like, oh no, I'll go with you. Oh no, I can go with you. No, I will go with you. You know, it's like she made that a point to like,
immediately.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Without a thought.
Yeah, I like that. Any other bad stuff or stuff you guys didn't like?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I got Gilligan's Island feels to this. You know, like, you know, if there's everyone crashes and then everything changes, your roles get reversed, and the only thing that matters is who can provide exactly, you know, what the movie was, and then now you get your chance to get off. What do you do? And that's how the whole time I'm thinking like I'm watching the episode of Gilligan's Island, but in real life.
If you want to get off,
the whole time.
If you want to get off, go in that little boat.
Yeah, but that's just what it just seemed. It was a very simple plot, and I appreciated it, and I appreciate just seeing people's character, because I think that's what it really came down to, the character of the people, and the character of everyone. You can't trust anyone, so that's why you can't just say, okay, why didn't she just ask for this? Because you can't trust any of them, and their character has already been shoddy, and we've seen it. The whole first half of the movie is just about showing what type of character these people have, and how they really don't care about anyone else. And when you have that much money, you really see who you are.
Yeah. That's why I like Woody Harrelson's character a lot, where he was like well, the Russian kept calling him
Communist,
an American
was it?
communist, yeah, which was funny because that's not what he was, but that's what he was labeled as. And but he was stuck in this world where he's like, I don't believe in any of this shit, but I'm stuck in the middle of it. So it was kind of like a representation of like the normal person, because like you have the people that you never hear their voices and just do the work and shut up and the world keeps moving, which were the cleaning crew. And then you have the loud dickheads that say the most ignorant, stupid shit, and have no idea how the real world works. Like they got sick because she's like, everyone jump in the pool. I was like, yeah, but the food's going to go bad. No, think about the moment, it's like, well, everyone got
that
sick.
scene pissed me off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially with the workers that can't say no. So it's like, how do you say no without saying no and being forced to do stupid stuff because a rich person is rich, and so like that was all like really interesting. But for me, the plot didn't really show itself until the third act, because the first act and the second act was like just all set up, and it was fun. Especially the second act, I thought was just super fun. The yacht part was. That was probably some of the best time I had in a movie at home. Yeah, it was chaotic. It was funny. Everyone's losing their damn minds. Meanwhile, the Russian and Woody Harrelson are like getting drunk and like do not care about it. It was like,
and I feel like Woody Harrelson planned it. He was like, "You all run to rich a-holes," and that's why he was in his room for so long. He's like, "They're supposed to do the dinner now, but I'm gonna wait till they can get seasick and get fucked up."
Yeah,
and that's why he made sure he ate a burger and not that weird shit that mess your stomach up. He planned it.
Yeah, like he all knew. He knew. Yeah. Because it's you're eating because with the chef, when he got the call, he's like, yeah, but the food's gonna go bad, and you're like, all right, we'll go, leave the seafood out and we'll figure it out later. So it's getting food like sickness plus the seasickness was just like a double whammy, and it was.
I completely forgot about that, Kramer. I completely forgot about that. So it was like food sickness.
But plus
like
the motion sickness.
Yeah.
Both. But the one thing I did like was this weird. It was something that was in the background. Like this is like really like where it pointed. Like it came to like a very artsy fartsy kind of style with me. There was a constant sound in some scenes that were always happening, and sometimes you didn't know what it was. In the yacht, in the big scene, in the cafeteria was the baby. You never see the baby or anything. You see a glimpse of it, but you keep hearing this. Wah! I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, what is that? Is like somebody bring a goat on board? And then it was a baby. And then it was a baby. So you have this weird, like this sound in the background of like a baby innocence, that's ignorant to all of the real stuff that's going around. Then they get to the world, to the island, and then you have the donkey kind of thing making this constant sound that's scaring them, but in real life it's like it's dying, like I think it was stuck or something. I forgot why he had to kill it, but
I think it was giving birth
for food. They wanted to kill it for food, for meat.
They wanted to kill it for food,
but it was dying for something because
it wouldn't move because it stayed in the same spot.
There was the baby was dying, it got hurt, and then there was the adult, and they had to kill the adult.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fucked up because then you let the baby die. Which that even makes more sense because it ties into the baby from the boat, and so there's a lot of like that artsy kind of stuff going on in the background that if you kind of miss it. But I enjoyed it because it wasn't really pushed in your face. It was like it's there if you want to dig into it. There's a lot of messages.
You don't catch it. Yeah,
like it's not gonna like change your world if you miss it or anything. But it was. For me, it's just like it was very constant. The bug, the fly, that was so damn irritating for me. It was so irritating because it just, zzz, and I'm like, it was driving me bonkers, But that was the point of it. It was just like, they're on the yacht, but they're still flies. Like they're still, they're shit, and flies are attracted to shit, and they're shitty people, kind of like all that kind of stuff. So, it was cool in that sense, but it was fun, but. I just love watching people puke, and that was peak. That was peak crazy. Potty humor, legit potty humor. Like where she's on the toilet, it's coming out from everywhere. Awesome.
That is brave to have like a 10-15 minute puke shit scene. That and get it Oscar nominated. That's an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
This is
Like-
how I know that they actually put younger people on the Oscar board. Because if it was the one from a couple of years ago, there's no way this movie would have even got sniffed at.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That is
interesting.
very true.
That's very interesting. All I think of was Family Guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about
That
that.
entire time, I was like, is he gonna ask him to hold his hair, hold his ears, and throw him on,
Yeah.
throw him in the air? Just like, that's all I thought about the whole time.
Yeah. And then one last thing before we get into the last question was the grenade scene was
Yes.
just so good, because who saw it besides the people that sell the fucking grenades, or they were like war dogs, right?
Yeah,
Because he was saying
something
like,
that.
oh, we sell grenades or something. So she picks it up. She was like, oh look, and he's like, huh? Oh man,
And they're the
That
ones
was-
who fucking sell it.
yeah, Yeah, I could be-
love it. Talk about
pretty sure.
karma.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a great movie. It like
Yeah,
the more
it
you
was
talk
fun.
about it, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I
it was
love
a
it.
lot.
It's long. Well, that's why I said you reap what you sow. I feel like that's all you got throughout the entire movie. You reap
Yeah.
what you sow everywhere. You know, if you're a good person, you get good stuff. If you're a bad person, shit comes back around. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, that's even a good person becoming a bad person. You know, like
Yeah.
you gotta say that path, and sometimes it's hard. You know, we're like, hey, here's power, and you're like, okay. So, but cool. So we'll finish this episode with the question: does this movie deserve to be considered one of the best pictures of 2022? Zach, what do you think?
I would have swapped it out for another film because, like I said, it was
Okay.
24 on my list.
Yeah.
But when I think about the 23 movies I have ahead of it, there's like movies in there that would never get Oscar nominated. So once I start taking those out, it probably could make the list. I think it's an Oscar worthy movie when I think about the type of movies the Oscar likes.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is also not like The Fablemans, which is not a movie that I think the general audience would. I think the general audience can like this movie if it had advertising.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Fredo,
so I think it
what
just.
do you think?
I think it just another spot.
Yeah.
I really do believe this movie believes to be nominated.
Yeah.
There's like the art thing that you brought up. I liked. In one portion or another during the movie, I'm kind of thinking more of a biblical aspect of it. Like one of the 7 deadly sins, you know, there's greed and there's gluttony and there's all that shit there.
Yeah.
So I kind of figure that maybe there's some biblical aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, there's dark humor, dark comedic humor. I kind of enjoyed it. I like how the little guy ended up being the boss. What I don't like, the little guy became the boss and then got power hungry.
Corrupted.
Yeah, I guess corrupted, you could say, because she was power hungry. She did not want to go back to that world. She did not.
Yeah.
So everyone was basically survival for the fittest. You know, that guy had to sleep with her to get a nice cozy and get in the ends. So yeah, it was crazy. However, it's good. I like it. I really do believe it was rightfully nominated.
What do you think, Brian?
I think this is a movie that you don't normally see in America do well.
Mhm.
You know, so I mean, and that's kind of where I put it. Like thinking like in America, normally this wouldn't do well, but because it's a good movie, good quality script, I can see why it is nominated, but I also see why it didn't make any money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I can see both sides of that coin, and yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but for my taste, I could think of 10 other movies that I like more
Mm.
personally. Like, you know, if I was ranking them, I could literally from last year, I could probably think of 12 or 13 more movies that I think are better deserving, but doesn't mean that this is not a good movie and that I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought I liked the topics that they kind of brought out and pulled out, and I love the main theme.
Yeah.
But you know, it's definitely an Academy type of movie. If you're talking to a regular person on the street, they'll be like, "The hell was this?" I don't know about this. So that's it's a different type of movie. So the question is, am I surprised the Academy put it in? No. Would I put it in? No.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to put it, because like it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I laughed pretty damn hard. You know. And even at one point, I asked my girlfriend. I was like, should I be laughing this hard at this? Because like it is messed up. It's messed up, but it's just like it goes to deserving people who deserve to be like that. So I don't know. It was fun, and I was kind of surprised that it did get nominated after watching it, because I thought it, especially with the potty humor, like Zach said, it was like damn, and it's not the greatest score wise. It's like 70 something on Rotten Tomatoes. Google's like 70 something. IMDb's like 7.4 out of 10. I think I see.
Yep.
I mean, is it one of my top 10s? No, like Brian said, but I see why the Academy put it in there. One, you got one big star, Woody Harrelson, even though he's in it for like 20 minutes, at max. Yeah. But it did talk about a lot of themes and important themes in the world today and stuff like that. There's a lot of movies that I never agree with that the Academy puts in, but I do get why they did it. It had its artsy, it's funny. I had a little bit of everything, really. So yeah, but I'm okay with it being in. Because they're not going to put any comic book movies in. They're not going to put. I'm shocked why they put like Top Gun in it. Because they don't like big action movies. So these are more of the style that they usually do. Maybe a little less potty. Although Roma, there's a whole shot of Roma where just a poop and then a wheel just rolls over it. So maybe they can learn to like poop a little bit more. We'll see.
I'm telling you, they got younger people in there.
Yeah.
The second movie we're about to talk about would have never got nominated if they didn't get younger people in there.
That is true. That is true. So, like Zach said, we are going to talk about something else. So, if you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching our replay, thank you. Make sure you check out Zach Attack Reviews. Link will be in the description. Go check him out. He does a lot of cool stuff over there. So, make sure you give him a sub. And while you're here, hit that sub button on this channel. Hit that like button for this video. It lets us know that that you like what we're doing. Also lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. So make sure you hit that like button. But that is it for this review, Oscar review of Triangle of Sadness. And we are going to talk about the other movie. So stick around. So right now I just remember because I got tongue tied, and I always get tongue tied.
Yeah.
When Woody Harrelson tried to say, what was he trying to say? He was something socialist, but he kept saying like, "I'm a shake and shush."
Yeah.
Oh, when he was drunk on the radio? Yeah.
Oh my God. You know that Russian dude?
He was awesome.
Oh, he was fantastic. Now,
Great.
imagine you spend $20,000 on a ticket on his yacht, right? You're on his boat. You got sick. You got vomited on. You do the vomiting. Yet, you hear in a loudspeaker, "We're going down. The ship is sinking. Assume the position." So you get your life jacket.
Assume the position.
Yeah, you go in the hallway. You're sitting there and like shit and puke everywhere, and you're just traumatized to hear the ship is sinking. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Imagine the mental torture you've been going through.
Oh yeah.
And like all the faces are like, oh man, God, like they just want to get the fuck home. They had enough. Yeah,
I feel bad for that baby.
Yeah. There's a shot where they show like a guy with like, I'm assuming his daughter, because it's like a little girl. So, I was like, oh damn, and they all die. So
hey guys, I'm out because I'm falling asleep here, man.
Yeah,
I'm tired of that.
All right. Yeah, we had a late start.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
then
Zach,
we BS for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Zach, nice meeting you, buddy.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
How you gonna take 10 minutes to go get something to eat, and now you're gonna come back and you gonna go sleep early? You know, I'm tired of you being old, Fredo. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, man.
I'm tired of being old too, man. I really am.
I'm just joking, bro.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right. Hey, what's
Later.
tomorrow? Hey, tomorrow?
Yes.
All right, 10:30.
Sounds like what I would
Oh,
say.
for you, 10 o'clock.
Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be there. Have a good one, guys.
All right, man.
All right, later. Yeah, something. Well, what was it that we said that it would be something he would say? I don't know, but oh man, but cool. You want to get into this last movie and then call it a night?
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We are doing another episode of our Oscar 2023 reviews. This episode, we are going to talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once, one of the Best Picture nominated films. So we got Brian with us today, and we got Zach Attacks is back with us. So Zach, do a quick shout out to your channel. Let them know where they can find you.
Zach Attack Reviews do reviews of old movies, new movies, TV shows, ranking lists, trailer reactions, live discussions. I do it all, man. So I have charisma. I'm funny. I'm great.
You don't believe me?
It is.
Just ask me. I'll tell you about it.
Ask me. I tell you. No, I'm joking. I do in-depth reviews. I break down the good. I break down the bad. I try to add a little humor into it. And you're gonna have a good time on my channel.
He's good.
Yep.
He's good.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
He's
critical.
not lying.
I'm critical. So he's
And somehow I did a
good.
3-hour and 30-minute stream by myself.
By himself.
You know I'm good.
you know what you're talking about.
I
Oh
was like,
man.
is that Zach or is that John Campia? I can't tell when he ask me anything.
Yo,
Just sitting there. Yeah.
he be going.
Yeah, seriously. So like I said, we're talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once. Right off the bat, one of my favorite movies. So I am a little bit biased with it. But we'll start off with Zach. Why don't you give us some of the things that you liked about this movie?
This
Should
is
we
my favorite
not
movie
gonna read
of
the
all time.
synopsis? Not gonna read the synopsis?
Everybody know what this movie about. No, I'm joking.
Go ahead, yeah.
We-
Because this is a trippy movie, you know. So yeah, go ahead, read the breakdown real quick.
All right, here you go. When an interdimensional rupture unravels reality, as an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse, as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. I thought that was a really good synopsis. So
That's really
why-
good, actually.
That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to read that.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly this movie.
And it's not this movie at the same time. That's hilarious.
It's the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's just like we're doing both. We're doing everything, everywhere, all at once.
All at
Yeah,
once.
yeah. Oh man, what do you think about it, Zach?
Yeah, like I was saying before, it's my favorite movie of all time. I've never had a favorite movie of all time before. I've always just like, I like a bunch of movies, but nothing speaks to me in a way where I'm like, this is my favorite. This is the one that encompasses everything I love. It just captured everything. Minority leads, generational trauma, speaking on different topics, nihilism, existentialism, multiverse. I'm a geek. I love that shit. The action was good. The comedy was crazy. The supporting character having like a strong male character, but that was kind of softer. And he doesn't have to be super toxic masculine to be a strong male character. I thought that the performances all around, from Michelle Yeoh all the way down to the guy that had the butt plug, was phenomenal. The fact that they had butt plugs in this film and was crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that they were making jokes that you couldn't, like, making jokes about a Jewish person's nose, crazy. The thing that they did with the dog, all the weird stuff to do to it's just so much going on. But the core story is just a family that is starting to fall apart and they're trying to find their way back together. And that's why the movie holds together, because everyone can relate or understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak more highly about this movie
Yeah, I mean, it being your best movie ever, like, damn.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I love this shit. Like the two rocks, they made me cry.
Oh,
About two rocks talking to each other in
yeah.
text, not even with
Yeah.
voices. I cried.
With
I cried
googly
twice.
eyes on it.
I watched it in a regular theater, and then my friend was like, "Oh, this movie can't be that good," and I was like, "We're going to IMAX. I'm gonna show you it's that good." And in IMAX, the aspect ratio changes for every
Oh.
multiverse, so that was super cool.
That is cool. I didn't know that, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, like I was like the hot dog fingers. I freaking cried about that. Come on, man. They made me cry about some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I didn't cry. I didn't cry about the hot dog fingers. Guys.
Yeah. I laughed. I laughed.
When not the initial one, but like when they were hugging each other and she came back and it was just like, "No, I love you." I was like, "Oh, even though you got weird fingers, I love this."
Yeah. Well, there you go. Brandon said, I didn't get the hot dog fingers. I don't think you need to get it. It was just a
The
thing.
multiverse.
Yeah.
Another thing
it
that
was-
happened. There's another thing that was happening somewhere else in the multiverse. That's just what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was. Yeah, I thought it was funny as shit though. That was so funny.
It was so funny. It was
'Cause
so.
I mean, because as a kid, I think most kids do that anyway. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a sibling, you're like, you grab the hot dog, you're like whack him in the face with it. It was like they just did it and are up for an Oscar. It's like, so that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah.
But, Brian, what are some things you like, man?
I mean, this movie is an excellent movie. I don't care what anyone says. It deserves all the money they made. It wasn't too long. It's really the multiverse movie that we all deserve. Everyone who wanted to see, Doctor Strange and in the Multiverse of Madness, this is the multiverse you deserve. And understand everything is a little crazy. All the different scenes were awesome. Her family, it was a mother really just fighting to keep her family together. That's really what's and trying to relate with, because it's hard when you're doing things and your kids are becoming adults and they're moving out and trying to figure out, how do I reconnect? How do we change our relationship? And I was just thinking, this movie is so good on so many different levels. You can take it, as a parent. You could take it as a kid. You could take it just as a multiverse movie. You could see it in so many different ways. Just as trying to be a family, holding together. It was so
as a
good
husband,
and
as a
so
grandfather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a strong male, but understanding person. Like, you could see it for so many different ways, and I thought that's what made it special. So it wasn't just the scenes that were changing. You could see it from different people's different aspects, and I just that's powerful in itself too. So that's why I understand why it's up for this Oscar, and I think it's one of the best movies I've seen in a couple of years, honestly.
Yeah. So Brandon said, it's coming up. I really thought Michelle's fighting was underutilized. I probably, because she is an amazing actual martial artist. Like, she knows, she can probably kick all our butts. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's why I think
some
they did
five
that.
finger. Like,
I think they did that because
it had enough.
I want to show you. I want to show you her acting skills, and then we still.
That's why she took the
we
role.
know who she is. Yeah, we know who she is.
That's why she took the role to act. She didn't just want to be a fighter in the film.
Yeah, because I think it came out recently that she was told to retire before this movie, and then she decided to take this movie, and obviously, her if her name was already not in a lot of people's minds, this movie put it in everybody's. Everybody's. And I am really pushing her to win the Oscar for Best Actress. I would really like to see her win it.
I wasn't surprised,
but I feel like it's gonna be Kate. But
I feel like yeah. But I would love to have two minorities win Best Actress and Supporting Actress. With Angela and Michelle, them taking it, I'll be awesome with it.
Okay,
yeah, Angela Bassett.
Also, Best Supporting Male Actor. I'm pretty sure Keith Vaughn. There's no one. If the Oscar gives you somebody else, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Seriously, yeah, he was
literally,
the best one.
Literally, Indiana Jones is gonna have to come in, swoop in, take the Oscar away. Let's go short round. Let's go get this.
After the Spielberg, and Spielberg's like, "Hey, that's right."
That's funny. That film turned into something completely different than what I thought it was. The same. I didn't know what I was expecting when I first started watching it. Or before going into watching it, and then it's kind of right when it started picking up, when they went to the IRS office.
Yeah.
That's when things started going nuts, and it was just a fun ride that just was great to, and multiple watches. I've seen this movie a bunch of times already, and each
I've
time
now seen it 6 times.
loved it.
And
Yeah.
every time I'm telling someone else, you gotta watch this with me. And then you know, I'm like, I'm gonna get them started, and I just let them watch it. And then I end up like just rewatch it.
Yeah.
I don't rewatch movies a lot. I'm always just like, okay, that was great. Let's move on to the next one. I was stuck on this for so long.
Yeah. Her acting skills, yes, and she just came off as off Shang-Chi. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I
Steph
just got
Sue
an
was in
acting credit.
Shang-Chi too. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sh-
And then,
Have you guys seen her audition tape for
No.
Joe
For
Tsubaki?
no. I guess
So she basically created that character out of thin air. She read the lines, and all that stuff we saw in the movie was in her audition tape. And they were like, "No, you do that
yeah.
and just turn it up." And I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. All that weird shit, like the way she was. She all created all that just by reading the description of the character. I'm like, yo, she got a future if she
Yeah.
could do that.
That's awesome. I didn't know that because I got like Brian said, like this is, you can watch it for any aspect of like comedy. You want sci-fi, you want some action, because there's some good action in this one. It just has like everything in it, and it's just so
All back to nostalgia.
well done.
Depending on
Exactly.
how well versed you are.
Yeah.
You know, they have some Chinese and Japanese movie references in there, and obviously Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Oh my
That
god,
was awesome.
I'm not, when the thing got revealed, I almost like lost my voice from how hard I was laughing. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
They actually did Ratatouille.
Yeah. That's so good. The best part is, if you are a fan of this, I do want to get some. They have fake movie posters for the universes. So
Yeah.
there is a Ratatouille like movie poster that looks like Ratatouille, but obviously with them, same with the finger, the hot dog finger world. It's like a love kind of poster.
If we had a place to put all that stuff, it would be on our walls right now.
Yeah.
You'd be like the opening of Spoiler
they're
Kids,
good.
and you're like seeing all that stuff, it'll be like that all over the place.
Yeah. And I didn't know they did that until like fairly recently, and I'm like, that's pretty awesome. Like
I have a bunch of googly eyes. I actually have the A24 shirt with the googly eyes on it.
Oh, nice.
It's like the A24 logo is made of the googly eyes.
Oh, really? That sounds cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's man, so good. Like you said, like it got funny, with the butt plug thing. So if you haven't seen that, that's amazing. Even we were at C2E2, and somebody was that character. Was awesome.
Wow. And you could buy it. You could buy the butt plug too as a candle.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, but I mean,
the most important part
I
of
would
this
not be
movie was
burning
about
that.
acceptance.
I'm not burning that, guys. I'm just letting you know.
The movie was about acceptance. Like, just accept. Like at the end when she's like touching the people and seeing their deeper desires, it's just like accept everybody for what, especially if they're not hurting no one, for who they are, and learn to just let go of certain things. I think that was a powerful thing.
Yeah, it just was so good. I think we wound up watching it on a plane. Like we had the earbuds in, just sitting there watching it, and the entire ride. I think we flew to Florida, and we watched it on the phone the first time because I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, here we got this. Let's watch it, and I was like, I regret so much not seeing this on the big screen. I think it's out right now, like in limited theaters, because they do it for all the Oscar movies. So I want to try to go see it, but it's so good. It's so good. I made sure I bought like the 4K with the digital copy. I want to own the digital copy, not just rent it. Yeah.
I got the Walmart one with all the googly eyes on it.
Nice. Yeah, that's the way to go. But
yeah, man.
I saw some.
Yeah, there was a lot of people at Comic-Con and stuff like that dressed like that.
Yeah, because it's the hot dog fingers. I think you can buy a glove on Amazon that
you definitely can.
I've seen you can buy it straight from A24.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they have that, and they have like the employee of the month statue thing that
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis character had. Like,
Yeah.
when I first saw it, I was like, "Is that what I think that is?"
Yeah.
There was so many times where I was just like, "Is that what I?" And then I think another underrated thing is visually how good it looks for
Yes.
only be like 3 people who edited and did the VFX.
I just meant that.
That's
I was
Really?
just looking at. I've been looking right now, seeing the budget. So the budget's somewhere between $14 and $25 million.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
to be able to make that much and do that well and look that quality and having that, the different
shoot in one
worlds and
place.
everything,
It was shot
unbelievable.
Yeah.
in that one building. The
Yeah.
whole movie.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy. And to make over $100 million on that budget, this is an old school, unbelievable movie that
Yeah.
you didn't see coming. I mean, A24 went over $100 million of a $20 million budget.
Yeah, the biggest movie to date.
Yeah. I mean, and just such a great cast. I thought the cast, Jamie Lee Curtis in it was
Jamie Lee
great.
Curtis, yeah.
She had a great, and then having somebody with like real acting chops to go along with Michelle, with like, all right, now you're gonna be an a-hole kind of IRS person, and now you're a love interest, and now you're an assassin. It's like that really like pushes like certain actors. Like it could get goofy, which it did at times. It very much did at times, but it also like it kept it grounded to what it was, and it was about the family. So it was able to like, you were able to cry at rocks and then turn around and see her like smack somebody to death with a dildo. It was like that's how crazy this movie is, and they were both great and it fit perfectly in the movie. It made sense.
To your point with the whole like it was goofy, I think the reason why it works is because it never loses focus of what's going on.
Mhm.
It doesn't delve into goofiness. We don't have like an SNL skit in the movie. It's like the goofiness is on till the way to the moment. Like the thing with the hand, like she's smacking people with dildos and shit, but then it ends with the hand thing,
Yeah.
It turns to this powerful moment, and then the grandfather comes in, and it's just like it doesn't give you enough time to really sink into what's going on, but then you remember the movie after, and you start thinking about all the moments. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
And Wayman, like we ain't talk about him. Like this movie doesn't work without him.
Exactly. I say
Yeah.
one of the most important characters in the entire movie. I mean, it does not work without him there.
He's so good playing like 3 different people.
Yeah, it really, and man, it was so good, and it just like you said, it came out of nowhere, and it's
Is there anything bad you guys saw in the entire movie? Anything that you didn't enjoy? Like it just.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have anything like that. I think maybe the pacing from the ending
love
of
the
the first
pacing.
act to the beginning of the second act. I was like,
okay,
yeah,
I can see that, but that's like a minor thing of all the explosion of greatness. Like, like when I was doing my review, I was like, I have to find something negative to say. I had to find something negative to say, and I was like, that's all I got.
So, and when all the glitter and glamour, got one of the pieces got in my eye, so that's my bad part.
Like I laughed too hard and cried too much.
Like it hurt my stomach, so that's the bad part. I don't appreciate that very much.
Boy, when he blew up the guy he's talking about, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
The part where she like traveled through the multiverses, that shit was fire. Oh man,
that
it's
was
just so many
great
cool imagery. Yeah.
And it came out early in the year, which a lot of Oscar movies they try not to do that because they want it to be towards the end of the year because it's fresh in people's minds.
On top of the
this came out in what, March, I think?
Yeah.
February or March? Like early in the year. It came out before Doctor Strange.
You're right. March 11th.
March. It came out right before Doctor Strange, and people were like, "Oh, you're gonna do a multiverse movie before the Doctor Strange multiverse movie?" And then they did it. You're like, "Oh shit!" They did it.
I was like, they did it, and then dropped the mic and then walked away.
Yeah.
Take that, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But I know Marvel must have. Everybody was looking at that movie like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A24.
If I was Kevin Feige, I'm like, everybody who was in part of production, writing, editing, everything, I want them all. Bring them in. Like F all these Rick and Morty people and bring in the everything everywhere people. Like that's what you need. Especially in a phase where you're gonna have a bunch of multiverse stuff. bring the people who did it best. You know what I mean? Like go to A24 is like, I want all of them, everybody. You know, and it's like,
What's the
but
name?
instead we got Rick and
Got a
Morty.
first look deal with Paramount or Warner Brothers, so Disney
Mhm.
missed out on that like heavy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Disney still could go out there and say, "Here's a check."
Yeah,
There's not a number on it. Like exactly.
Exactly. Go ahead, write
That's
in
true.
whatever number. We're good.
Yeah, can you
Yeah.
imagine them doing Secret Wars? Holy crap!
Yeah.
With that
Ooh, I
budget,
would be-
We'll lose our mind.
I'll be so much more because right now the guy who wrote Ant-Man, who was from Rick and Morty, I think he wrote a couple other MCU movies as well. He's writing Secret Wars, I believe.
I heard.
And
He's not directing it, and that that's a good thing too. We still don't know
No.
the director, right?
I blame more Peyton
yet.
Reed.
Yeah.
on it. Well, yeah, I know we're gonna get into it,
Yeah,
but I mean, every movie he wrote for the MCU, not good.
I don't think that's the same guy.
I think he only did like 3 movies, or gonna be 3 movies, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hasn't done a lot, but he's done a few, and you're just like, ooh.
Let me see.
yeah.
Who's this guy?
Are we going to ask that same
Correct.
question though? Does this deserve to be the top 10 movies?
You said it in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, the question or the answer is at least obvious. So
For
but-
us?
Yeah.
Will this be your front runner? Is this your front runner? Or is
that's a better
Fableman's-
question. Should this win it? Should this win Best Picture?
Yeah, it's not even should it be nominated? It's like, is it gonna win? That's the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should win. I think out of all these movies, it dominated the year in terms of conversation.
Yeah.
Avatar was a huge hit, but people didn't really talk about it.
Mhm.
And it really came out towards the end of the year, too. Top Gun dominated a lot of the conversation, too. I
There's
feel
a
like
lot of it's
the
a
first
money
6
thing.
months was everything, and then the last 6 months was Top Gun when it comes to 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I don't see Tar. I can't see winning it. Not because I don't like it. I just don't think it's strong enough to be like the best picture of the year.
It's because I don't like it. Just wasn't good.
Yeah, Women Talk is not winning it. It didn't get enough other nominations for it to win best picture. Triangle of Sadness is not going to win it. Fablemans might come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Elvis is not going to win it.
Yeah.
No.
All
I think-
Quiet on the Western Front, though.
Is very good, and
It was really, really good.
that's the one I don't know. That one can win it all. I know
That-
people like Fablemans. I didn't like the movie, but this one I feel like has all the elements that you want for an Oscar-winning movie. You know,
Yeah.
it's a smaller company doing it. You know, has stars, but not A-list stars. It's well written. It's original ideas. So when you have all those elements, I feel like this could be the one that wins. And I hope it does, because I feel like
I hope
it's
so.
the most original of all the ideas, personally.
Oh, you're talking about Everything Everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most original film out of everywhere.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
them here. Oh, Banshees could win too. A lot of people are pushing for that film.
A lot of people are pushing it, and they always like a movie that like is not mainstream to win it. They always like enough people seen it where people are like, oh yeah, it deserves to win, but not enough people seen it. They're like, like I don't know. They do that a lot, and it kind of sucks. Banshees, we still got to review that one. I still got to watch that one. But
It's on HBO Max.
yeah. But for me, Everything Everywhere is definitely the best one out of this list. All Quiet was great. Very serious though, and real life events. Fablemans, Spielberg, they love Spielberg, and like Zach said in another video, they love a Spielberg movie about Hollywood. I mean, there's I'm sure in their minds they're like, how does it not win? And then, but Top Gun, I can see Top Gun and Everything Everywhere kind of splitting the votes, and then it will kind of go to the Fablemans, because it is just snuck in from being third place, kind of, which happened before.
I just don't feel like Top Gun is going to be the one that it's the big movie. It's the blockbuster movie. I
Yeah.
feel like
They got two blockbusters here.
the fact that everything everywhere is all at once is the one that we see it almost as a blockbuster because it did so well, even though it's not. It's really a small film. What's up, L?
What's up, El?
It's the People's Champs film, to be honest with you. It's the
Yeah.
People's film. And
That's
I think
probably
that
the best way to
deserves
put
a
it.
win because like Oscars ratings are going down. And if you get people to watch this shit and then don't give the People's Champ the wins,
Mm,
They didn't do it
turn that
last
shit
year.
off.
They didn't do
Yeah.
it last year.
I don't think there was a clear People's Champ last year.
I think it was for Best Actor.
Oh, okay.
well, yeah. But even the year before that, you know what I mean? The year before that, they effed up, everybody because everyone wanted Chadwick to win.
Chadwick to
He
win.
had passed. It was his last movie. Granted, I personally think Chadwick was great in Ma Rainey's, but
That was a
The
Lifetime
Father-
Achievement Award. That's what that was.
yeah, exactly. Well, I can't think of his name.
Anthony
Like
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins in The Father was amazing,
Incredible.
amazing. He deserved that Oscar. But I was ready. They're going to give it to Chadwick because
And
that's what the
Should
people
have been
wanted.
for the Five Bloods, not Ma Rainey's.
Oh, man, but the Five
Yeah.
Bloods the Five Bloods are so good. Let me take on our tangent. I only want to go
Yeah.
there because that's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be, if not probably not this year, but probably next year for sure. The Black Excellence.
Oh,
the Five
yes.
Bloods. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I want it to win. I'm hoping it to win. And you bring up a good point of like the ratings are going down. Give the people what they want, and they want to see the people that they like winning. Brandon Fraser, Angela Bassett, Everything Everywhere. Like the people, the winners that the people want to win. Like that needs to happen.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if they're smart enough to know that though.
I don't think so.
I don't
Going
think
back to Try Your Own
Brendan Fraser's gonna
Sadness,
win, though.
they're so far up their own butts.
Exactly.
So,
I people like are shitting on the Whale, and I thought that movie was incredible.
it was good. It was good.
It was
You
good.
know,
I'll say it's good. Yeah.
I would have put that on here instead of like Tar, probably even over Women Talking.
Man, I would have put freaking Marcella Shell over Tar. I would have put
Yeah.
Dragon
Oh
Ball
my
superhero over Tar.
God.
I would've
You
put-
wouldn't-
I'd put what's the worst movie on my list? What's the name of that damn movie? Orphan First Kill over Tar.
Oh God.
Whoa, wait.
With the
I'm
40-year-old
joking.
lady
I'm
playing
joking.
the-
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
there's a line
would've
that we
put-
draw, guys, and that's where
I'm
Orphan
joking.
First
That was
Kills
the
where we
worst
draw
movie of
that
the
line.
year for me last year, so I'm joking.
Yeah. But
I put Bones and all over goddamn Tar. Violent
Yeah.
Night.
Violent Night.
Violent Night.
Black
That-
Adam.
Whoa. Not Black Adam. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Although you hated the main bad guy, Kate in Tar more than you hated any of the
Who-
villains in Black Adam. So
Who was the real best villain? That's in case
yeah,
you win.
who's-
Nothing win best actress, but best villain takes a cake
Yeah.
right there.
yeah. Yeah.
Word.
Oh man, but yeah, I think we'll see. We got a couple more weeks before the Oscars. I think March 12th. So we got a couple more shows. So next week, I believe Perp Minded should be joining us, which would be awesome. And we're gonna do the big ones. We're doing Top Gun and Avatar with Perp. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we're gonna end it with Banshees and the Fablemans. And then we're in that last Friday before the Oscars. We're just gonna talk about all the other categories, categories and stuff like that. So we'll invite anybody who wants to come and hang out and talk Oscars for a night before the show happens.
Can I plug something real quick?
What's up?
I'm gonna be doing like my top 10 best Oscar nomination. What I thought should have been the 10.
What you thought should have been?
Ooh, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can try to do it. I'm gonna be in the comments telling no, this should be number 9.
you motherfucker.
You're
Now I'm
wrong.
gonna come with a movie of like this is the Oscar, so like I'm not gonna put too many comic book movies in there.
Yeah, exactly. There
There
No
will be
zombie-
one. I got
But no
snubbed.
no zombie movies either. Come on.
Yeah, no. There ain't no zombie movies came out last year.
Yeah, not really. Hold on. So can I real quick? Can I guess your one comic book movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was The Batman.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course. That was my number
Yeah.
2 movie of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
It got
It's
super
definitely up there for me
snubbed.
too.
Score, cinematography, supporting actor. It should have got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only. I think it's the only good one. Probably. Yeah, I can see that.
But I think that's it, man, for this one.
Yeah.
We all love it. I recommend people going to watch it. If you can see it in the theaters, if it's playing in the theater, go
Even if you can't, it's
go
on
check it out.
Paramount. Go check it out.
But it's definitely a fun one. Definitely a fun one. I definitely recommend going and check it out. But that is it for this one. Zach, appreciate it. Thank you. You're always welcome to join us whenever, man. You can just pop right in, man. You asked us for the link and it you got it. So but appreciate it. So make sure you go check out Zach Attacks reviews. Links is gonna be in the description. So make sure you go click it, check out his channel. He's doing some awesome stuff over there. And while you're on it, hit that sub here. With Spoiler Kings, we're on our way to 1,000. We're trying to get to that magic number of 1K. Hit that like button and share some videos. If there's some stuff that you like, we're doing Oscars all the way up to the Oscars. And we're also doing Black Excellence in Cinema for the month of February. So this week we had Zach back again. This was just basically Zach week on Spoiler
This
Kings.
is the Zach week. That's what it was. It was all Zach week. That's what it was.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. So
Oh yeah, hit that notification bell on their channel so when they drop videos, you're notified right away.
And no, we drop videos like every day. So
every day, at least one a day.
at least one. A day.
At least one a day.
Exactly.
Yeah. But cool. Thank you, everyone hanging out. Brandon, appreciate it. Everyone in live chat. Thank you. But that is it for this one. Appreciate you guys. We will see you Monday. We are talking about Ant-Man and maybe The Last of Us, but for sure Ant-Man.
Hey, I'm staying on. I'm just gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna stay on until we can talk about The Last of Us. I'm just gonna sit here the entire time. Like, look,
right,
we talking about Last of Us.
yeah. So we'll probably get some channel friends of the channel to join us on that Ant-Man conversation. So we'll see how that goes. But cool. But that is it for us. Thank you, everybody. We will see you guys in the next video. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.